Hey guys, we're back in the kitchen and you know what that means. Lily, what does it mean? I'm blanking.
Well, typically in the kitchen you make food, so...
Really? I thought this was where you did sports.
Well, that makes sense because you don't know anything about sports, so...
We're cooking.
Yeah. And what are we cooking?
I'm gonna go with something pertaining to dumplings.
Yes. So, Lily has a sob story.
Oh no.
Alright, so basically, if you don't know me, which I would be shocked if you don't, because only like 12 people watch this, I am adopted from China, and I grew up in a very white household where I, was not exposed to any sort of Asian culture whatsoever. So, in the recent years, I've been trying to learn more about, I guess, being Asian American, being Asian, being Chinese, etc., etc. And one, you're just like, so basically, in my search for learning more about Asian things, I've recently learned that making dumplings is a big thing in Chinese households, and it's very much like a family thing, and like parents and grandparents teach it to their kids and grandkids. So I've recently decided that that's something I would like to do in my future. So today I'm going to try for the first time ever to make Chinese dumplings with Mark, because he's family, so he's going to be learning with me. So our first step is to make the filling, and I'm also going to try to make the dumpling dough, but if that fails, I bought pre-made ones, so...
So you have a fail-safe.
I do, because I don't know. So I guess the recipe I found, it calls for like pork, ground pork, but we only have ground chicken, so that's what we're going to use.
We're too poor for pork.
Or just too lazy to go to the store.
Yeah, that too.
Scallions, this cabbage that's called Napa cabbage.
All that's
Napa
going
cabbage?
into the things?
No, like half of it.
What are we gonna do with it after?
I don't know. Eggs. It doesn't call for an onion, but I might use an onion because I really like onions. And then some soy sauce and this thing.
Be gentle with that soy sauce. It is the nectar of life.
He's a little obsessed with white rice and soy sauce. This thing. Sesame oil. This I was looking for at the store, and I found it after searching long and hard, and it said it was like 3 something or 4 something. So I go to the register all like, oh, okay. And it was almost $7. $7 for this?
I literally told her it better have the cure for the pandemic disease.
Yeah, like, if you know me, I am very cheap with everything in my life because I like having money. So this, by the time they rang it up, it was already too late. Like, I wanted to say cancel that, but like, the cashier was not the most confident person. Like, and I'm not saying that because I am not compassionate towards cashiers. I was a cashier once, but she did not know what she was doing. So I figured if I had asked her to cancel this item, we would have been there for like another hour. Anyway.
I don't even think we need to tell these people where we were exactly. They probably already know just from, yeah.
Okay.
Walmart.
Alright, so the first thing, I have a recipe, but I'm not following it exactly because we don't have everything. So the first step is to slice the cabbage and mix it with salt. So I don't quite understand how they're wanting me to slice it. It says slice the half head of cabbage down its length through the root. Okay, so, oh gosh, like this.
Somehow I can feel that cabbage is suffering.
I'm sorry, Oh, that's hard to do the root, though. I don't know if I'll make that.
Follow the instructions!
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
I heard that.
If the cabbage wasn't already dead, it's dead now.
Indeed.
So I guess we'll just save this half.
For what? Cabbage wraps?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh gosh.
Okay, and then make 2 quarters and then slice each quarter into very thin strips. Oh, I think they want... I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll do it. Okay. This is a very good knife. All right, and then slice into thin strips. I don't know. I'm just going to start chopping at this point.
Oh. Sure. The instructions aren't needed. It was only they were only created by people who knew what they were talking about.
Oh, Mark, you're the same way with cooking. You improvise.
Not at the very beginning.
Okay, I don't know, like, how far you go with this. Like, do you go all the way to the root?
Why don't you look at the directions?
It doesn't say. We'll just... Okay.
Did you almost cut your finger off?
No.
Lily!
Okay, we're gonna
You're not
stop
filming
there.
that kind of video.
What do you mean that kind of video? What kind of video is that?
If you know, you know.
Okay.
That's a lot of cabbage.
I know. I doubt we'll use all of it, but, you know. Actually, maybe I'll just stop there.
Again, what are we going to do with the rest of that?
Maybe make the cabbage wraps, like you said.
Oh, man.
We'll let you know. Okay. Now we mix it with salt, and we need a container for this, so...
I just got you.
Well, we need that for the actual filling, you know?
Oh, my gosh.
So, here, let me get this. To put in here.
Will all of that fit?
Ooh.
I guess that answers that.
Yeah, basically fits.
Minus that little bit over there in the corner.
As you can tell, Mark is more the cook than I am. But when I cook, I typically deliver pretty well. But I don't know about this one since it's something I haven't made before. Okay, so now we let this kind of sit for 5 to 10 minutes.
Did you put enough salt?
I think you were supposed to.
I said, did you put enough salt? Not did you put salt?
I'll just assume that's enough. Basically, the salt is meant to help bring out the moisture because you're supposed to dry the cabbage before you put it in the filling.
I see. Why are you making me do this?
Because I'm wearing a ring and you're not.
Pan to the food, please. Okay, so, long story short, I'm about to get my hands dirty with this ground chicken mix I got right here. Oh my god. Oh, in hindsight, I probably could have just poured it in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's like entrails. Oh.
So, basically we're just prepping the filling while the cabbage is sitting with the salt.
Uh-huh.
And so, once you do that, I will cut up some scallions so we can add that. I think you only have to do it a little bit because the main work will be when everything is in the filling. And we're gonna cut. Alright, so basically the cabbage, I just put all of it in a paper towel and sopped up the rest of the moisture and added it to the mix. And I also cut up 2 bundles of green onions. I decided not to go with the regular onion, so we're just gonna go with green onions. And now it calls for like actual ginger, but we just have this spice, so.
Gosh, I hope it's enough.
I don't know.
Did it say just a tiny little blash?
It says 2-inch piece of fresh ginger.
Oh.
Oh, 3 tablespoons. Okay, we're not gonna add 3 tablespoons, so maybe like 1 tablespoon. There we go.
Why not 3?
That's just a lot. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of the sesame oil, and then 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce, and then 2 eggs whisked. So I will add the sesame oil and the soy sauce, and I will whisk the eggs, and then Mark can come back and do his magic. And then we cook the filling. And then we cook the filling, and then we will focus on the dumpling dough. So basically I just added the 2 tablespoons of sesame oil and the 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 2 whisked eggs, and now it's time for Mark to go in with his fingers.
What?
And do the dirty work. for me.
No.
Yeah. And I know my like vegetables are a little too big, but I'm kind of scared of knives, and hopefully it just cooks down, you know?
You're scared. I'm scared. I'm about ready to put my hands on that raw egg you just put in there. Here goes nothing, I guess. Oh. Oh. Oh, God.
You've done this before.
I hate it. It just feels so nasty. I'm glad it smells good at least. Just tell me when.
When you think it's distributed pretty well.
I would have said that like 2 minutes ago.
Well, keep doing it for a good measure. How about you do it for the rest of the night?
How about I throw this at you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess you're good.
You mean it?
Yeah.
Okay, what is there anything else we're adding to it, like carrots or something?
Oh yeah, we did buy carrots.
Just hurry up. This is what happens.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the carrots.
This is what happens when you're led by a forgetful cook.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how many carrots we should add because there's already a lot going on.
There is a lot going on, but just add as much as you need.
Maybe like that.
All right. Oh my gosh, did you put enough carrots? Lord.
Thanks for remembering that.
Sometimes I really hate that I have a good memory. I really hope that this turkey isn't like expired.
It's chicken, I thought.
Oh yeah, whoops.
I mean, it says expired.
Oh, it does. Okay.
But it's been frozen for months, so hopefully we won't die. We've really been on a trend with expired things. Yeah, if you see some long pieces, you feel free to like rip them.
I can't. Right now my fingers are way too slimy to do anything
All right,
of the sort.
I think you're good.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, so now we're gonna make the filling. So I put most of it in a skillet. The pan is a little too small for all of it, so I'll just add it as things cook down. So right now we're just waiting for things to heat up, so riveting content. So I just realized that the dumpling wrappers are going to take a while. So I'm going to start on them while Mark is cooking the filling in a pan that's way too small. When I was looking up like dumpling recipes and how to do the filling, I didn't quite understand like in terms of the filling. Like, do you pre-cook it or do you just put it in raw? But I'm just gonna have Mark cook it to be safe because I saw this one guy actually cook it, so I'm gonna go with that. Alright, so I have the flour and salt already mixed, and so we're just gonna slowly mix the water in.
What are you doing?
I'm making the dumpling wrappers
Okay.
because they apparently have to sit for like an hour. Didn't realize that.
If you read the instructions.
Whatever. So you have that. They want you to knead the dough for like 10 minutes. So we're gonna do that. This surface is already sanitized, so I'm just gonna put a little flour. Now we're gonna do the dough. So just knead it. I'm not very good at kneading, so I need more flour. Help!
Making me abandon my post. How much you need?
That's probably good. Just drizzle it here.
Making me do this to my own counter. That's some kind of betrayal.
And then put some like on my hands. Oh gosh. Like I said, if it fails, we got backups that are thawing, so I'm basically prepared for failure. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all this dough off, put it down, and wash my hands and start kneading again, because this is, I'm not very good at making like bread or dough. I tried at the start of quarantine to make bread, but I didn't have the correct yeast, so it turned out horribly because it didn't rise at all.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Mark was trying to be supportive and just like, oh, it can't be that bad. He tries it, spits it out.
I didn't just spit it out. I tossed the whole thing into the garbage immediately.
I think I heard yeast is now back though in grocery stores, so I might try it again. Okay.
I would check online before getting your hopes up.
Okay. Man, that's a lot of dough that I'm gonna lose. Like, is there any way to get this off? This is the best I think we're gonna get. I might make a second one because it's not as much as I thought it would be. Basically, they say to cover it in cling wrap. I don't have cling wrap, so we're just gonna put it in a bag and hope for the best. And basically we wrap it in plastic. So it's just going to be wrapped like that essentially. And put it in a bowl for an hour. And I guess in the meantime I will make a second batch because I don't think that's going to be enough. So
It won't.
So what do you want to say, Mark?
The filling is done and it is absolutely delicious. Adding the garlic was the best decision I could have made.
Yeah, we added a little garlic powder.
And a little bit of sugar as well, just a touch of it, and it worked out in our favor.
But yeah, it's really, really good.
Some of the best stuff I've had.
I'm actually pretty impressed it turned out that good. I didn't think it was going to be honest. Like, not because of you, but because of just it being our first time doing this.
Well, usually when it's our first time doing something, when it comes to being in the kitchen, it's usually a success. We're just that good. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out.
Basically, the dumpling wrappers are sitting for an hour, and we might be out of filling by that point because Mark can't stop eating it. Alright, so it's been about an hour for our wrappers to just sit. So now we're going to start making the wrappers, and I got the cutest little rolling pin to help us. Alright, so first thing you do, is take this out. Okay, that went well. Alright, and then basically they said to make a hole and then just like continue the hole so that it kind of looks like
a really weird donut.
Like a really weird and large donut. Alright, I guess that's pretty good. And then basically you're going to cut it until you have 24 even pieces.
24? Sheesh.
Yeah, so let me just find a good knife. They used a knife that kind of looked like this, so we'll just go with that. Is that working? Oh, and if you hear like something weird, the stove, we already started the water. We're gonna boil the dumplings rather than fry them.
It's healthier that way.
Yeah, so we're trying to be a little healthier. I just hope I'm doing this properly. It's actually, the dough is actually a little harder to cut than I thought it would be. Alright.
Maybe you should have used that butcher knife you had earlier.
It seems like these pieces over here are smaller than these ones. Alright, we have 8 pieces now, so...
Didn't you say 24?
Yeah, so I'm just like, much more do I have to cut? I don't know, we might... one's kind of small, so it might not make 24, so I might just end up with 16 pieces.
Well, we have a whole other thing of dough, so...
Yeah, so I'm glad I made that. Yeah, I think that we can only get 16 from each, because I don't know, what I made was a little smaller than what the recipe said. Okay, and then it says to coat this with cornstarch. Just a little cornstarch. Alright. And then you're going to cover them under a damp towel. Just going to move these over here. And then when we're ready to start filling them up, Mark is going to come over and help me.
I am?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, this was my first batch, so this one is the real sticky.
Oh.
So hopefully...
There's a whole chunk in there that you missed.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck getting that off your fingers.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, this one didn't turn out as well as the second one I made. So the second one was a much better success. All right. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, oh yeah, do the whole thing. Make it into a...
That one's just going to be super gooey.
Well, they're all getting cooked, so it will be okay.
I hope so. You know, we could probably make pizza with our own dough.
Oh yeah, definitely. Want to see us make a pizza? Comment below. The
You're
5 of you who are still watching this.
Literally just cutting up my counter.
There's flour on the counter, so it should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now we're gonna actually start rolling the wrappers. So hopefully I can achieve this. I don't know. You just kind of roll it. You kind of like smush it, like the lady was smushing it, but also like rolling it at the same time. So I just kind of roll them until they're like pretty thin. It's supposed to be a circle, but basically try to make it into a circle. So this one's done for now.
That is an oval.
Whatever. So this one's really bad, but this is the first one I did. And Mark is gonna try to help me do it while I'm still making the wrappers. So basically you put meat in the center and then you close it in the center and then just kind of pleat it along. Yeah, just kind of pleat it along. You go to the center, then you go to the 2 sides, and then you just kind of...
Now that looks more like one.
Yeah. So just kind of ruffle it up, fold it up, whatever you can do. And if you need more moisture, there's some water for your fingers. And yeah, and so we're going to make them and then put them in the water, and then we can eat them.
Okay, sounds good. Wish me luck, everybody. I do not have the nimblest of fingers, so this will be a challenge for me for sure.
So our water is about to boil. It was very difficult to do these. The wrapper dough was way too sticky, so if I make these again, which I probably will, I'll need to figure out how to... Yeah, we made some of them just into balls because they were just too difficult.
We gave up, is what she means.
So I guess we're just gonna kind of drop them in gently.
Alright, is that one staying?
Oh, this one might not stay. I think what we're looking for is if they're kind of translucent.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so excited, guys.
I can really tell.
The three of you who are watching this.
It goes down every time.
Because I'm sure, I think you looked at the statistics and like people leave after the first like 2 seconds.
I know. Well, you guys, it took like hours to do it, but we made our own homemade gyoza. They don't exactly look like they should in the restaurants.
Except these.
Yeah, these might look a little like the ones in the restaurants, but these definitely don't. They look like they are, they've been through the ringer. But as a final touch, I made some of my signature sauce. So, without further ado, let's give this creation of ours a try. Alright guys, we slaved over these things. Now let's see if they're any good. Okay, I just poked into one. It has nothing in it.
Yeah, some of it fell out.
Empty like my soul. I'll just eat it without the sauce.
Mmm.
Wow.
Is it good?
It's really good. Good grief, we did it.
Wow.
Yeah, Lily's still munching, so you know it's good.
Wow.
So guys, this has been Gyoza with Mark and Lily. If you guys want any other traditional Asian dishes, please keep it to yourself.
Oh, he became the grumpiest man doing these wrappers. I said I had the pre-made ones and I made my own wrappers. Both of them have their cons, so it was just interesting. Get some of the ones we made. Those are sturdier, like from here.
Oh, are they sturdier?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be. Ain't that the most ironic? Sturdier my foot. Sauce is good though. So yeah guys, this has been a journey. I feel like Lily and I have gotten closer from it.
Learned a lot about you.
I learned a lot about you too. In any case guys, we're gonna be a little busy for a little bit, so...
The recipes we base this off of will be in the description. But we improvise, especially with the filling. You can really add anything that you think would taste good.
Yeah, just... Don't be afraid to be creative. Don't be limited to what a thing of direction says. Till next time, you guys.
Bye.